Welcome to Sky TV Plus on YouTube once again. Let's take all the latest updates coming in from the camp of Black Stars team, Black Stars players, and some few other interesting updates you need to know in this one. In fact, today the video is very packed. We are now back to the studios. Right after I arrived, I saw the news going on and news on the doors, and I was like, no, I can't rest. I need to bring you guys this update on this channel. Let's talk about the latest concerning the Black Stars team. Right now, GFA President Mr. Kate Okreku, he has spoken on the next coach for the Black Stars team. Eyasemo, according to him, 99% it is done and he's already started working. We will talk about it in this update. We will also go to Nigeria and talk about their football because today their FA president will resign together with some few members. We will also check it out in this update. Then we will come down to some Black Stars players, some pieces of good news because incoming Black Stars right back. Well, I'll actually say he's a right back already for the Black Stars team. He signed for a big club. We'll talk about it. Mohamed Kudus, finally, I also speak a little bit about him together with some few other Black Stars players in this one. So as I said, we will talk a little bit about Ghana under 20 girls and some few other updates you need to know in this packed video. If you join me, please do all the good stuff. You like as usual. After that, if you are new here, please consider subscribing because updating the doors, a lot of goodies are on the way. So just make sure you subscribe and also put us on post notification. Leave something in the comment box. As I'm back to the studios there, I'll do my best to bring you guys more shout out. Video way crown and Wabibra, I'll try and give some shout out. So leave something right there in the comment box. Also, I'll continue to recommend Nala to you. Please, if you're watching me from USA or anywhere across Europe and you want to send money to anyone in Ghana or any part of Africa, be it Nigeria, South Africa, Sudan, wherever in Africa here, just make sure you use Nala. And to use Nala and get this amazing offer, go to Play Store, App Store today, download Nala, use my promo code OSIKENI233 to register. And right after registering, your first transaction that you will send exceeding $50, £50 or €50, you are going to get $20, £20 or €20 back cash back into your account. Internet is amazing. And one amazing thing on Nala is there is no hidden charges. If you send money, until rough. No, if you send the money to, it is fast and very reliable to anyone you are sending in any part of Africa here. And as I said, video no any updates in Dawson. So let me begin from the very first one since I started piling up this particular update. Let me start from Kelly Brinchi. We all know he played his first game for Coventry City. And after that, he also played his second game for Coventry. First game was in the EPL against Arsenal. And they are Shadan Kwe. But the second game that he started and played for Coventry City in the EFL Round 2 fixture, the player assisted just 3 minutes into the game. So his performance was amazing. And Frank Lampard, his head coach, has some few words to say concerning the player. And I have to update you guys quickly. These were the words he shared on Kelly Brinchi and the reason why he brought him to join them. He said, that's what we brought Caleb here for. He is a really talented young man. There is so much to his game that is going to get better. So according to him, the reason why they brought him here is to give assists, to play well in the midfield for his side. And as he featured against Plymouth, he did very well to provide assists, of which eventually Spurs won against, Coventry. They won away against Plymouth by 4-2 in the EFL Round 2 fixture. So Kelly Brinchi, his boss, Frank Lampard, has applauded him after providing that first assist for his side in the EFL competition. Let me move away from him and talk a little bit about Partey. When Partey played his second game as well for Al-Shabaab in the Saudi Pro League, I told you guys that he lasted 45 minutes before he was substituted. Now, after the game, his coach came out to say that Partey actually requested that he should be substituted. Partey Nano Oka said, oh, coach, take me out because I was feeling some discomfort in the game. That is why the coach substituted him. So according to Thomas Lech, he is the head coach for Al-Shabaab. He said the team committed naive mistakes and considered goals that are difficult to come back from. Partey's exit due to pain and the player requested the substitution. So he has to speak on that because I didn't understand it initially because that game I tried to stream it from so many platforms. I wasn't getting it. But when I got it, Partey was actually out of the game. So I didn't really understand. I tried to read around it. But later on, the coach revealed at the post-match that Partey requested that he should be substituted because he was feeling some few pain, and that is it. Later, when I actually followed the story, I got to realize that as a hip pain Kakarana Partey was feeling, so it wasn't all that serious. Even after the game, I saw Partey with one Ghanaian who went to watch the game between Al Shabab and Al Riyadh, and they were having good conversations. So Partey is basically fit. We only hope and pray that this particular slight injury that he had, or I would say pain that he had in the game, will not continue, and the player will play more matches for his side and possibly feature for the Black Stars team in our next 2 games. We'll come and talk about the Black Stars. But Partey's captain, basically, Yannick Carrasco, also shared some few words concerning Thomas Partey. He said, Thomas Partey is a great defensive midfielder. He came 3-4 days ago and he can help us. According to him, Partey is a very great midfielder, and that is it also for you on this channel. Now, away from Partey, let's talk a little bit about Ghana Under-20 team in Poland. I brought you guys an update that their last friendly match that they played in there, they won by 4-0. Every update is on this channel. Fast forward, one defender has joined the team. Who is this player? I'm talking about Alexander Emefate. Yes, Alex Emefate has joined the team in there to join them ahead of this World Cup. She represented Ghana at the just ended WAFCON. So WAFCON, she was part of the team. And this is not the first time she's playing for Under-20. She played for them in the previous World Cup. That time she was actually Under-17 and she played for Under-20 as a center back. So going there to join the team now, I'm happy for her. So right now, her club, they've actually confirmed that Alex Tay is joining Ghana Under-20 team ahead of this World Cup, and that is the update from Stanford soccer team player. That is Alex Tay for you guys quickly on this channel. Away from Under-20 as well, as they continue to prepare for the next Under-20 FIFA Women's World Cup, I'll bring you guys more updates, but let's move on to talk about some few other updates. One piece of good news, Black Stars right back is now working his way to be back. Yes, who am I talking about? Marvin Slaya. Marvin Slaya. I know many have been asking me, Oskani, what is the update on Marvin Slaya? We had not gotten any updates. That's why I was basically not speaking about him. I cannot just come out here to say anything that I actually didn't have any idea about. But for now, I can confirm to you that Marvin Slaya, he started his rehabilitation ahead of his full recovery to join his side AJ Oxlade and possibly join the Black Stars team. The player is expected to be in action next month of September. Marvin Slaya is expected to return fully and play for his side AJ Oxlade in the French Ligue 1 and possibly join the Black Stars team as well. So there's a piece of good news. He's stepping up and he's doing well during his rehabilitation process. The player actually sustained an injury or suffered a hamstring injury when Ghana played against Colombia in the just ended World Cup 2026 in USA, Mexico, and Canada. And that game, we all know how it affected us. So Marvin Slaya, a solid right back, but right now he's fit. And did I say he's fit? He's now working his way to his full fitness. That is it also on the player. Let me talk about one player who is now trending because was signed for Real Madrid. He's also a right back. So it is good for me to talk about Slaya and talk about this incoming Black Stars right back. Who am I talking about here? I'm talking about Naasei Oppong. Naasei Oppong. He used to play for Grenada. If you guys can recall, he played for Ghana in the game against Mexico before the World Cup. Ghana played a friendly game against Mexico, and this player joined the team and played or made his debut in that game for Black Stars. Right now, he's moved on from Grenada to join Real Madrid. This news, last year, rumors nearby, but as now, it didn't materialize, and this time around, Grenada, they've actually allowed the player to join Real Madrid for a fee of around 2 million euros from Grenada, and he's going to begin from the Castilla side, Madridomo Castilla, that is in Koremu Kakrano. Then probably you join the senior side. And see, this move, I think it is a good one. Naasei Oppong is a highly rated center back. Obet me about center back, obet me about right back. So Naasei Oppong has now joined Real Madrid as a center back. Oscar Naasei Oppong, 21-year-old. I'll share some pictures on the screens for you guys to see how everything went. So we wish him all the best. Oscar Naasei joining Real Madrid, starting from the Castilla side. A little bit on transfer updates. This player is also joining Fenerbahce. Qujo Ompra, the Black Star centre back. We all know him. We all know that he used to play for OGC in France. Right now, he's completing a move to join Fenerbahce in Turkey. I understand almost everything has been agreed. Me and Kasame Shada and Tiasi are into moving from OGC to Fenerbahce. Maybe for some reasons, because Obenya European football ball and then some other stuff. But looking at the centre back near Fenerbahce, and I say Yemi Wake Akra, because Fenerbahce they have Milan Skriniar, very good centre back, and they also have one, centre back who also a key player. But let's hope that you go there and get some minutes for himself. So Qujo Ompra, I understand he's moving from OGC Nice to join Fenerbahce, according to Santi. This evening, Neema Akoso and the centre back will sign a 4-year deal with the Turkey Super League side. Let me talk about Kudus. Finally, we are getting a headway, because Kudus news in the Akosa, yes, some style be, then Kudus will be back, Kudus will not be back. His coach last 3 days said Kudus is nearing a return. Yesterday, before their game, or I'll say, yes, last 2 days, in a press conference, he said Kudus is not going to be part of the game that they played yesterday. Eventually, he didn't play. But today, I can confirm to you guys that Mohamed Kudus trained for Tottenham Hotspur ahead of their weekend fixture. Yes, he trained ahead of the game that they will play against Newcastle. And Kudus, he will probably feature. We now leave everything to the head coach, talking about Roberto De Zerbi. This morning, as I said, I can confirm to you, someone who was there has confirmed that Mohamed Kudus participated in their training session. So everything now lies in the hands of the head coach, Roberto De Zerbi. If he feels Kudus is fit, Kudus is ready to play, why not? He can feature Kudus, then we'll take it from there. Still with Kudus, let me talk a little bit about transfer news. Now, young Black Stars coach and some maybe a Koso. We all heard that Mohamed Kudus to Atletico Madrid has now resurfaced. Last 2 days, yesterday, it has been trending. But let me actually have a bite about it. Yes, it is true, according to Mundo Deportivo and some other reports coming in from Spain, that Mohamed Kudus is actually being monitored by Atletico Madrid. But these are some of the few things that can make the deal happen, or very possible. One, if Julian Alvarez leaves Atletico Madrid, yes, he's one center forward that Barcelona want to sign him, and Atletico says they are not going to sell to Barcelona. Per how Barcelona disrespected them, they say no, they've disrespected them. So because of that, they are not going to sell him. Later on, they are actually saying that they are not ready to sell the player to any Spanish side. That is one. We also understand that Arsenal is in the race to sign a player, only if Arsenal can meet that around 130 million pounds that they are actually slashing on the player's head. So, should Arsenal sign him, or should the player leave? I understand even today, Julian Alvarez, he didn't train for Atletico. Player and I said I saw Madrid, Barca now, it is what it is. Madrid quite the initial deal and about to go baby cry. So Atletico is not really ready to sell, but the player is also ready to move. That is the situation now. So if he moves, then the coach, Diego Simeone, would like to bring in more players, because if you sell him around 120 krona, you can buy any other player that you want. We understand Mohamed Kudus is one of the few players that the coach is monitoring. He's not only monitoring Kudus, but Kudus is one of the major players that he really wants to bring him in there to join Ademola Lookman up front, normal Hiti up, and so on. I also understand Gyökeres can be an option, but for now, Kudus is the Ghanaian player, so let's talk about him. So that is the main reason why Kudus moved from Spurs is now resurfacing. But personally, I don't see it happening now. Maybe basically after the season. Maybe I could try how things to go and it'll be to me decided. But as of now, Kudus is even waiting to be back fully and play a part in this season's competition for Spurs. And maybe after that, then we will see how things will go. But see, transfer news, anything is actually possible. Transfer need to be here to me see. But that is what I know, and that is what I can confirm to you, that Kudus is being considered as one of the replacements for Atletico should Julian Alvarez leave the club to join any other team. And that is the update concerning Kudus. Let's go to Nigeria. Yeah, we are near Sanso Bagana, near Babe finish with GFA and the Black Stars coaching issue. And then your match say 1 year they are doing now. Going to Nigeria today, the NFF president will resign. He has resigned. Hey, Charlie matters they go on in Africa. But for me, I expected this to happen because if you look at how Nigeria didn't qualify for the World Cup 2026, then the women's team to Super Falcons in the last WAFCON, they got knocked out from the quarterfinal. Eventually, they didn't win their playoff game against South Africa, so they are also out of the 2027 Women's World Cup. And the under 20 team too couldn't qualify for World Cup. See, their football is so football league, they are not non-existent. So today, the NFF president, Mr. Ibrahim Musa Gasu, he has now resigned as the NFF president, alongside his executive committee. The general secretary, Dr. Mohamed Sanusi, he has also resigned from his position, and the president, Dr. Ibrahim Gasu, has also urged the rest of the members and someone resigned, but on only day he has resigned. I'll share a short video on the screens for you guys to see. After that, we'll talk about Black Stars and some few more.
As Nigerians, nobody is better than this country. And we all love our country, and we all love the progress of our country. And as people that have been in football, managing football, we need to look at ourselves and say, okay, what next? At least there are so many people that have this. So we make a lot of consultation to family, friends, stakeholders, and all of them. And I just want to tell you, I decided to resign my position of president of United. And then I advised my board members, I informed them, and I advised them, anybody that would follow me should also resign. But as I'm talking to you, I cannot tell you who and who have what board members resign, because they are not communicating, or they are not communicating to me. They have not communicated their resignation to me. So that for me, I want to make it clear, and by the grace of God, I hope we'll continue to give our contribution, because our experience and the connections and relationship we have within the African football will never allow it to go again. We'll do our best to ensure that whenever we need to give our contribution, we'll come here and give our contribution for the progress of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
So that is it coming in from Nigeria, NFF, Nigeria Football Federation. Their president is gone, together with his secretary, and some others are also being urged to take the same direction. They want a fresh start. They want a new era to begin. So the old era has now ended. GFA President Mr. Kurt Edwin Simonokraku has spoken concerning who becomes the head coach for the Black Stars team. Do not forget, we have two important matches in the month of September. One against Ivory Coast, that's going to happen on the 24th of September, 2026, at the Stade de la Paix in Boaké, exactly 7 p.m. and a Bobosa match on the 24th of September 2026. Fast forward 5 days later, we'll come to Ghana here and lock horns against the Gambia. That's going to happen at the Accra Sports Stadium exactly 4 p.m. on the 29th, Tuesday. So these are the two next matches that we have in the month of September. AFCON 2027 qualifiers. Now we are in the same group alongside the Somalia, the Gambia, Somalia, and Ivory Coast. And the president has spoken concerning that first. He says, we are not afraid of Ivory Coast. I'll see a bit more alcohol to beat them, to defeat them. We should look at what happened the last time we went to the AFCON and do our things right. This time around, according to him, things are in place. Speaking about some of the things that are in place, he says the next coach for the Black Stars team has started working. He says everything is done, 99%. So I was asking myself that, is he going to be a new coach, or we are going with Carlos Queiroz? Because per his wedding, or per how he said everything today, the write-up was, published by 3 Sports. He granted an interview with them. Maybe later we will listen to the full interview itself. But these are the quotes from the GFA president, and they actually published it as you are seeing on the screens. Ghana will have a coach before we regroup. The coach who will lead the Black Stars is 99% in place. The coach who will lead the Black Stars is already working. So I was like, are we going to get a new coach? Or we are going with Carlos Queiroz? Because we heard reports that Carlos Queiroz is here to actually agree to the contract, because we are hearing so many rumors. Some are saying the amount he wants to take is too much for the FA and the that is sports ministry. So because of that, But according to him, the Black Stars head coach, is 99% in place. That is like 100% in place. And also added that the coach who will lead the Black Stars is already working. Now, this is the part that gets me a little bit confused, and I feel like maybe he's a new coach. This is what he added. We are just at the last line where we have to sign papers and formalize the relationship. Hey, you are formalizing relationship. That's a relationship near informal relationship B. So we now have to formalize it. So does this tells me that we are going to get a new Black Stars coach? Then he concluded by saying this: we have a machinery in place. We are working. According to Mr. Kett, he says they are working. New head coach, 99% in place. 2, he has already started working. And 3, they are now, crossing the T's and dotting the I's. They are at the final stage of working on the papers. And finally, they have to formalize the relationship. Well, let's see how it will go. Then he also said a little bit about the game against Ivory Coast. He said that psychological block of losing games doesn't exist anymore within this team. We will go to Cote d'Ivoire and in full confidence and be competitive. That is what he added. So 3 Sports have reported all these and have to also share for you guys to enjoy. So guys, this is the end of the update. The video is lengthy. I just hope and pray that you enjoyed everything, because I didn't want to leave anything out. And then after my break, I want to rest, but I just needed to do this one video for you guys. Thanks for watching. Like the video for me, share, and follow to get more. Let me know your thoughts on any of the updates or all the updates that we shared. Let's continue the conversation in the comment box. Like the video for me, share, and follow to get more. This was Kenny TV Plus, and of course, we shall meet later. Please subscribe to the channel and hit on the notification bell for more.